Well, I greet you everywhere you find yourself this particular time. I think it's 6 p.m. news. Everybody's reading the news. Peace FM is reading the news. Joy FM is reading the news. City FM is reading. Adom FM is reading. GBC is doing some news somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I hardly come on Facebook Live at any time except when I'm going to do my dawn prayer. But I think I've been challenged and worried the whole of the day. I chanced on a video about some few weeks ago, and I'm not happy about it. So I decided that, with all permission and respect for my viewers, my listeners, my followers, who know very well that my page regularly comes for us to come and share prayer time with others, I have declared a stand. And if you wish to join me, not by force, by choice, I say I stand with Ghana Police. I repeat, I stand with Ghana Police. I, Reverend Councillor George Lutrot, I stand with Ghana Police. This is not to impose my stand on anybody anywhere, but I say I stand with Ghana Police. My reasons will be illuminated or enlightened in my conversation. Mitoma chwanke taflache inyako police down ni Facebook no imbako jen down shwane ne kan lo gbeke na atwa maji pa na aka ne news ni sane gbema abu news tuwe ko na me bi e be mama soli ni maya halo sane kweba ni mama yueko shimene efie make be fi ode ho sajimpi ete no ni lebine unke na ya wo mi fi o ya ka musun shan ke dole ni noni ya no fi make mumma yui nuko fi o ya de any person me chere say me ntamba e me kan sem me ba ya na me bompa ya pembe bia fa akọ but esenfu ahin e hye obo nso a ese wo ka nokore nso de me gitumu say e ba akọ pe enti anabuntu abetu aba ha enwumire yi a ya bo no nsia Peace FM kan news, Adom FM kan news, Joy FM kan, City FM kan, Unique FM kan, radio ahodo bebre, Star FM kan de kasapa, obi a kan ne de. Enti e bia mon family say eni onsia enkasebo, ana e kan say. Tisi Kofi TV kura abo ne de. Na me be check ma adwen kakra. Na de ma tu ni din ama kan say. Fiti sese bere nyina eko. Kosi emre anyankopon be frɛ me akode. My hashtag ne I stand with Ghana Police. Me shall say be come, but I stand with Ghana Police. Em say entity bi a yere fi, and I'm say a kai ne kofa. We've done a disservice to our educational system because growing up, for those of us who went to elementary school, through the Form 4 system, common entrance system, and then went straight to go and do our what do you call it, A level and O level. One of the things that were imbibed in us was the patriotism. Our books gave us a visit to the police station, a visit to the hospital, a visit to the mosque, a visit to the church, a visit to a marketplace in Asasewa. These things gave us right to have some level of imbibement into our natural core values of what the national anthem meant for us. So the songs we sang when we go for assembly in the morning before we go into class were national oriented songs just to keep us on our toes. We had papers to trace the coat of arms of Ghana. We had papers to trace the flag of Ghana. We had papers to trace the map of Ghana. And our pride was that the Greenwich Meridian was with us as Ghanaians. So we're proud Ghanaians. And when you mention your name, the pride alone that is associated with you as a Ghanaian gave you that sense of patriotism. Down memory lane, we have people who we have to pay homage to because they laid down their life for the national flag, for the coat of arms of Ghana. A lot of statues were erected at places for known men, unknown men, for that level of patriotism that they gave to us. system we are running in Ghana is a democratic system. And I'm saying that democracy doesn't mean that lawlessness must be condoned to. I greet all of you in humility. One, keep note that I am not angry. I might be in dark glasses today because maybe I am doing the advice level of Sarkodie. I don't have a glass of water, but I have my mug of water. So I can release my advice. What am I talking about? Government should be blamed for the less patriotism in Ghana, because the constant revision of our educational system is part of the reason why patriotism is dead. We go to assembly, we are standing on the sun, and there's a song you sing, "Arise, Ghana, you for your country." Even then, we didn't know the lyrical content and the words correctly. It gave us some sense of belonging to a nation called Ghana. The nation demand your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold it and make it great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. These songs were songs that we sang at assembly before we go for our first lesson. You are proud to fly the Ghana flag. You are proud, very proud, sorry, proud. Proud is accepted because Santi say proud, so it's accepted. We are very proud to be associated with people who worked with the government sectors, especially if your father is a police. The level of respect given to you is because they are the people that guarded the nation, who civilians were friendly to. Remember when you were young, when you're going to eat, and you refuse to eat as a child, they will tell you, police in by police in by, didn't tell police in by. So we're giving that sense of belonging to give respect to our police officers. Any uniform man, not just the police. But soldiers were far, because I remember far back in 1983, those times, you know, I mean, His Excellency the ex-President Rawlings moment, the CDR moment, those times, we saw soldiers and their peacegoers and those cars once a while when there is something happening. So the presence of the soldier meant that the issue has gone beyond the reach of a civilian police officer who is really operating within the confines of the law. Why am I here today with Nonsian Kasebo? I think that this is not the first time. But in this world, wrong is wrong. Even if everybody is doing it, right is right. Even if nobody has attempted to do it. I remember in the country we live, there was an issue of a bank, midline savings loan bank issue, with a woman carrying somebody's baby. There was an exchange between the police officer and the woman. And when you watch the original footages from the camera in the banking hall, you realize that minimum force which was applied came as a result of an attack of the coat of arms. I am not saying that I support brutalities from the police officers. No, never will I do that. But I stand with the police in everything. We all came, condemn the act. All of us condemn what happened in the banking hall. All of us did. Unfortunately for us now, social media has destroyed our fiber of patriotism and our human nature to save situations. We want videos. When there is any misunderstanding, instead of us as Ghanaians that we know we are, to separate people from fighting, we video them when they are fighting. Because when it goes on social media, we have more likes, more views. We are the first to broadcast, first to put on our timelines. May God forgive us. To ask myself, he said, Jesus is the answer for the world today. What is the question? Do you have any question for Jesus to answer? No. Ghana is not spoiled. The human beings in Ghana are copying blindly. You see how I'm dressed? I'm dressed like this because it is a mandate to dress like this in the country I am in. But I see people in Ghana who put scarf on their neck, wear this type of sweater, wear socks and slippers. I can you black. Yeah, life. I want anything and grow for dress say. I won't be a really parmesan. Anything my dress say. But our sense of patriotism and living has been contaminated with a lot of packages from other places, thinking that the right of democracy is when we can break a law and go. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that I made a post today that I stand with the police. And a lot of people on my timelines are against me saying I stand with the police. What is your problem? I say, hitting a uniformed police officer is hitting the coat of arms of Ghana. I will emphasize a small, minute, atomic nature of any human being who has been uniformed by the state, even if he's a criminal in uniform, even if he's insane in uniform, even if he's a drunkard in uniform, we have no right. Let me tell you one of the things you don't know. When you have a genuine case against a police officer, you embarrass them and they lose a lot of things than you think. When a police officer is interdicted because of an action, a lot of the things he's supposed to take as benefit when he's sacked, they lose it. So why, when you meet an officer who is uniformed, it doesn't strike you that you are hitting governance? How on earth can you seize the gun of a policeman? How on earth can you hit a police officer? What has come over us? Is there a demonic attack on our mentality? Is it pride? What has come over us? The indiscipline is becoming too much. So I don't know where the government will sit and say, don't use canes in a school. Those of us who are disciplined and cane, even when masters are passing on corridors and we are talking, we know specific schools teachers. Some teachers, when they are passing, just their presence on the corridors of our classrooms, nobody talks. The regimental orders didn't make us timid. He made us have discipline. Today, I went out and the people I was working with, there was a grass that everybody passes through the grass. The training I had was that you don't pass on a lawn. So I went around and they were laughing. I said, it is part of me. I don't know. Not because I am out of Ghana, but it is part of me. I can't drink pure water and put a sachet down. I fold it and keep it in my pocket. I can't chew a gum and paste it under a table. These are values that were inculcated and imbibed in me by parenting. The indiscipline in this country called Ghana is gone out of hand. So people don't feel ashamed again anymore when they misbehave. Why? Because of bad parenting. Bad parenting. I say, when we're young, when you're doing anything, they tell you, police, bachon. It gives you some level of respect that these people are those that can instill discipline in you. It was not a bad idea. It's just like somebody referred to you, it doesn't mean your father is bad, but they give you sense of authority for you to know that behave well because you can be disciplined when these people appear. Ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself, the indiscipline in Ghana is not His Excellency ex-President Rawlings, ex-President Kufuor, may he so rest in peace, Mills. It's not President Mahama, ex-President Mahama. It's not the current His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It's not him. It's not him. Stop the blame game. Take the bull by the horn. The parental indiscipline in our country is too much. We don't have parents anymore. Parenting has gone to a negative dispensation of zookeeping and poultry farming, railing them like animals that we are feeding. Growing up, we had small hen coop that were railing small chicken. We go for chakiti. You know chakiti? From the corn meal area, and we come and call them, then we feed them. 6 o'clock, we put them back inside the hen coop. That is what we are doing today. Your daughter will complete school. You can't pay the rest of the fees, but you see her, she has graduated with a first degree, bachelor's degree from a university that you don't know how she paid her fees. Your child will wear something that you don't know where it came from, but you don't care. Parents don't even go and negotiate to pay their fees anymore in schools. Ladies and gentlemen, the problem is not the government. Where the government went wrong is to change the books we are reading in school, which has made us less patriotic now. Because they say we are in a global village. Village, my foot. If you cannot obey rules in your country, can you obey elsewhere? America, especially the state, America is rich not because they have factories. Because it's one of the most lawless countries I have seen. People here are law-abiding because of the fines that they give them. You carelessly drive, you get a ticket. And the amount of ticket you are paying is more than your wages that you are earning. So you are careful not to do something. Look at drivers on our streets. They cause an accident, kill 32 people. Drivers survive. Finally, they go to court and nothing happens. He should be jailed so that the ghosts of the people will visit him in his own prison. Today, my friend, Reverend Cyril Crab, a colleague who is part of our road safety issue. I greet you, board member, Reverend Awudu. He's our board member for road safety. As a road safety ambassador, today he went around, a small child was knocked down by a car, and his 2 legs has been amputated. They need 1,000 Ghana cedis to fix this, to go to limb fitting center and get something for it. I felt so sad. Ask yourself, whoever knocked this child, what has happened to him? He has to be punished. Irresponsible people are those who are controlling commercial vehicles in Ghana. Telling you, when we were growing, before you see a barefoot driver collecting passengers, he's a grown-up man who is responsible that when they leave their house, they tell their wife and children, "Me ko ejuma abba, me ya nuchuma maba, see you back in the evening." So their lives are not cheap. But small boys, weed smokers, tramal drunkards, boys who don't go through proper process to become drivers are those who are driving our commercial vehicles. Shame on us, DVLE. We can't blame you alone because people use powers to get driver's license. Commercial driver's license is so common for people. People become driver's mates. In their indisciplined attitude, they grow to become drivers. What school have we established that before somebody qualifies, we have a driver's school? What school have we established for driver's mates? Because all driver's mates, their intention one day is to become a driver. Check the way how indisciplined driver's mates are. When these people become drivers, how will they live our lives? So look at roads, road accidents. Because the drivers They are not responsible. Irresponsible commercial drivers, those who are families, when you meet them behind the steering, they drive with common sense that God gave them, not because they are educated. But those who graduate, dropout students, those who graduate because they left their village and decided to come to Accra to come and learn how to drive. So they become driver's mate. They sleep in the car. They sleep in the station. They wake up in the morning. They go and pay and bath. They are not responsible for anybody. Their ambition is to become drivers. And in Ghana, when you are asking for who controls the driver, it's the driver's mate. When the driver is coming to a lane, they don't even use their driving mirror. All you hear is bra, 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 bra. They don't stop you before they say bra, as if it is their right. These people will grow and become drivers of our commercial vehicles. GPRTU, whatever, all the drivers unions you have, they have nothing they are doing. There's no sensible package for the people who are drivers' mates. Their focus is on the drivers. But all of a sudden, this driver's mate with a higher level of indiscipline rise up to become the drivers. Do you ask why we have bad road accidents on our way? Because we have irresponsible commercial drivers. When you are driving your own car, there is a sense of belonging. You value your life. So you don't drive by heart. All bad accidents on our road are commercial drivers. It came to a time that sprinters were always said to be one of the cars that when you join, you don't come back. And we're happy about it. You didn't check what contents were the drivers, who are the drivers. I pray one day we'll get up and the government will pass a law that if you are not responsible, you can't be a commercial driver. Driver's mate becomes a driver. He has nothing in him patriotically. He has not studied the rules and regulations governing police officers on the road. A police officer will stop you, and the next thing is you find a driver challenging a police officer. Some even will stop, they don't care. You stop them, they drive off. You don't know why they're stopping you. We are driving and you hear a siren behind you. Look, even if it is an MP's car, once you hear a siren, can you pave way? People don't care. Especially commercial drivers. They don't care. Today, you are not an MP. Tomorrow you will be. Ladies and gentlemen, I came today to whip our own intelligence, to remind us that our level of indiscipline is not governmental. It is as a result of lack of proper parenting. We are not answerable to anybody. We don't respect our parents. So they've not trained us the way we should go. So that when we grow, we will not depart from it. Shame unto you, parents, who are now living as if we are rearing animals, zookeeping and poultry farming. Ask yourself as you watch me, the training that was given to you as a father, percentage-wise, what you are giving to your children today, are you giving them 70% of what you were giving and taking 30% of what is available in society now? Or you are giving them 70% of what is available and you are forcefully struggling to add your 30% of what your parent gave you because you think is kolo my foot. Everything that they put in us, there's nothing kolo about it. What is modernization? Where a child would disrespect an adult is modernization. Where a girl would leave her house half naked, modernization. Shame unto us. Shame unto us. Everybody thinks they are somebody. You are nobody. You are nobody. Why? Because your parents can't even stop you from doing anything. How old are you? You have right to social media. So when things are happening that you're supposed to save people, you are videoing them. Watch the video. Driver and driver's mate. whatever happened. I have not gotten the full story. But per the videos that we have seen, drivers and his mate, or two gentlemen unknown. Let me put it that way. I don't know whether they are drivers and a mate. But that's what I see on social media. It could be a lie. But two people attack a uniformed police officer in a helmet. Passengers were in the car. Onlookers were there. Nobody had common sense to even separate these two people from fighting. But we had the guts to video. Shame on us. Shame on us. Is that a discipline? Growing up, when you see two people fighting, somebody will separate them. A catechist in a community, A is revered. A police officer, no. A teacher, no. A reverend minister, no. As for chiefs and kings, oh my God, who are you to step on the toes? Now we don't even give respect in the church. Go and see the church today. We go to church when we close. People's children can climb the altar. Go and be pressing keyboard. For where? Your children will be walking around. When church service is going on, your child is so disrespectful to go do what they want in the church. If you talk, they won't come to church again. That's why I say, when you say Jesus Christ is the answer for the world today, what is the question that Jesus is answering? Indiscipline. Parents are feeding their children to become doctors, nurses, politicians, because they have to be paid well. Shame on you. I like the Ghana language. It says, when you give birth to a child, Obi, you ask. When your child gives birth, Onabi, you now have a child. Which means, no be obakwe no jogba, no nabi. Shame on to all of us who mistakenly God has blessed. So we are rearing our children as animals. Kolo one lame, ya young one, ya titi one. So they grow. Jatabi no one le, eda one namene. Two unknown people are beating policemen, if not the helmet of the policeman. The intention of the constant blows was just to be hitting the face of a police officer in the coat of arms of Ghana. Please, whatever the policeman did, he is a uniformed person whose name tag can cause him to lose his rank. The police officer, your report can do a lot to him. You don't respect the coat of arms? You are not that patriotic? You're political. Are you normal? Politics could make you beat a police officer? Oh, I feel shame and disgusting. This is as a result of bad parenting. Charity begins at home. Don't blame the church. Don't blame the government. But I think that bad parenting is a result of what we're going through. We only video people when there's a crisis moment. People are drowning, we are videoing them. There's an accident where somebody must pick up their phone and call a police officer. All they do is to video. May God forgive us, even if we deserve his forgiveness. Shame on us. Then today, people are saying that the police deserve to be beaten. Did you say that? When a police officer is the first person that should come on your mind in any crisis situation. People were looking. Two strange people were beating a policeman and were looking. Hey, is that what we have become? Then today, when you say you stand with the police, they say, come again. Ladies and gentlemen, an officer has a definition. A non-Ghanaian walking down there has no identity. But if you are able to pick up the pieces and you are able to report an officer for an action of that sort, the laws are waiting to discipline him because there are rules and regulations governing the police force. You can report him and he can lose his benefit and can be jailed. I met a police officer in Isawan prison. Why do you take the laws in your hands? When a policeman stops you, I don't know what happened, though, but I'm saying no matter what it is, I have witnessed people that police people have stopped them before and recklessly they don't mind, they go. And passengers in the vehicle, all they have to do is they are a job or say no. Ladies and gentlemen, if a policeman asks you for money and you give him, does it change him as a policeman? How much I thought you give him? Only poor people come to complain they give money to policemen. Poor people. So I told you, me, I don't befriend poor people. I only help the poor, but I invest in the rich because it is more sensible to befriend a rich person than to befriend a poor person who has nothing. Go into our churches. Those who complain a lot in the church, they don't give. Poor people complain a lot in the church. So Jesus Christ said, the poor you always have. The rich has scarce. Poor people, you beat the police officer. And everybody in the country is saying that, yes, they deserve it. God punish you to say that. They deserve what? Look, I think we should bow down our heads in shame. Those of you typing and writing what you like, nobody can stop you. But be careful, because a police officer is part of the arm of governance. They carry the coat of arms. It's not their body size. It's not their height. It's not their complexion. It's not their names. It's not their names. They risk their life for us. I travel late and on my street, I just raise my head. I see a barrier with police people. I don't wait for them to ask me for money. I am rich. I get there. I give them money to motivate them. It doesn't mean they are not paid. Because the fact that they're having a barrier gives some consciousness of safety. Shame on you. And you hit a police officer. You insult a police officer. You hear a siren. And because you are driving the best car, you refuse them from passing. You are a disgrace to society. I won't blame anybody. The home you are coming from. Indiscipline in the highest point of order in this country. So you have people shamefully walking out there. Go to our university campus. A shower. People who have never worked are competing with people who have worked for 20 years. You want to buy a Mercedes Benz. You've never worked before. You want to be what you are not. You're on campus. Thursday to Sunday, you are not there. A shower. Ask yourself, how did your daughter graduate? People have deferred their courses to come and sell so they can go back. Your daughter has graduated, you are thanking God in the church. Jesus is the answer. What is the question? How did you pay the fees of your daughter on campus? A shower. So everybody thinks because they've got somewhere, they are somebody. People in this country, they have never worked before. They are actors, they are actresses. They tell you we are actress, and they are driving Range Rover. How many actors? I have seen actors like Kofi Adjololo. I've seen actors, old actors. Ata Mensah, Amanua, old actors. David Donto, they are still driving their own cars, old cars. Current girls will come and in 2 weeks, they're having Range Rover. So they think they are on top. On top my foot. Well, I told you I'm not angry. But I came to conscientize us that I stand with Ghana Police. And I'll stand with them forever. I don't force you to stand with them. But anytime you see anybody misbehaving a police officer, misbehaving towards a police officer, insulting a police officer, as trying to attack a peace officer, do your diligence as a Ghanaian. Stop. Come to the United States of America. Ghanaians are too obedient to the officers here. When they say don't park, they don't park. You know why? It's not because they fear the police. They will give you a crazy ticket that your whole monthly salary you used to go and pay. Government. I plead with you. Let's begin to get higher charges on the life of commercial drivers. They are killing people too much. I just saw an Adum from online. A pastor lost his life. Last Sunday, a preacher from Tema, Action pastor, was driving and was going to airport. A taxi driver carelessly hit the back. We have lost him. These commercial drivers, most of them are too irresponsible. They don't take care of their wives. They don't take care of children. They are impregnating people by heart, and they are working freely because there's no child support. People are working by heart, so they don't respect anybody. Then when two people can fist their hand to beat a police officer, and all of you Ghanaians, hypocrites, you are happy. God is watching. The next time a police officer sees somebody beating you, he can pass. You are strong. If the government will not punish these two people, hard labor, public service, I'll be very disappointed. I told you I'll rest my case and go. I stand with the police, specifically Ghana police. Government, this time, within a week, police officers have been attacked. And we don't hear anything that sounds like a deterrent for the public to know that the police is protected well by governance. The coat of arms is the toil and the blood of some particular people, including some of us. If you don't feel you are a Ghanaian, I'm a Ghanaian. So I respect the coat of arms and the flag of Ghana, which means we don't take things for granted. I provoke you today. Be more patriotic anywhere you are. Stand for Ghana and for the right things in the country. May I commend the government that he has started something that I like. The Buster Home children, they now bring them to the roadside to sweep, so that they take the money to go and feed them. Sensible, something they have done. But there's something wrong about it. The boys come on the road and they are begging for money, and the officers are watching them. Officers, rise up. They're not there to beg for money. Let them feel the punishment. People are there. Their husbands have impregnated them. They are not taking care of their children. When they go to court, because they say they don't work, we don't judge them, we leave them. Put them behind bars. Let them come and sweep the road. Come and distill gutters, and let the money go and pay the fees of their children. Some fool hit too much. And then Ghana police, thank you for your support for the nation. Don't lose hope. If everybody will stand against you, I, George Lutot, I stand with the police. I stand with them. And I will stand with them to the last end. And we'll use the police to eliminate the fools from Ghana. This is why you don't respect. I remember the First Lady was reading a speech in Kolebu Teaching Hospital. A graduate had a chance to walk to where the First Lady was standing. Oh. The police officer didn't beat the hell out of him. Do you know what that means? The First Lady, Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, was having a speech read when he was in, I think, at the sword cutting ceremony of the Piku that was built in Kolebu. Some student or somebody had a gas to walk close to the podium and to go and show a placard of nonsense to the First Lady. Indiscipline, bad parenting manners. We don't respect. Elders are coming and people will not get up. Presidential convoy is passing and people are angry, so they will give way. When police pack and beat them up, they say, what is that? They are beating you up because you are a threat to security. Let's raise our children well from home. And when they come out, they'll be law abiding. Now they say no cane in our schools. I feel so disappointed that that statement has been made. The Bible says foolishness is born in the heart of the child, but the rod of correction So God knows what the rod can do. Spare the rod and spoil the child. People don't even respect in church anymore. As for we pastors, they don't respect us. Formerly, you can't even feel, you don't we in church. Now people even don't have respect. Because we have made the church too modern. Now churches are using very soft chairs. When benches will make your buttocks hard, you give respect. You go to church, soft chairs, fully air conditioned, and they're giving 1 cedi offering. Boom, they don't respect. And as for those of you who believe that sexual intercourse have given you the grace to higher authority, you have sexual intercourse with a big man, so it makes you a big man. Then my wife is a counselor. Oh, then my wife is Counselor Luttrot. Then my wife is a reverend minister. If sexual intercourse can make you equal to the man having sex with you, then so be it. Because you have a complimentary card of a big man, so you misbehave and you call. Da! My foot. If we don't check the way we are raising our children today, all of us, one day, will pay the price for it. I plead with governance, police service, whatever video is circulating on this issue, investigate and let the right punishment be meted to those involved, including the police officer. If he broke any rule governing the police academy or the police service in his line of duty, let us meet unto him the right punishment that he deserves. So, in the same manner, if these two unknown assailants, unknown people that is suggestively said they are drivers and drivers' mates, who have the power to beat a police officer in uniform, my God, let them also have an equal punishment. Don't just jail them and put them in Sawam. I will not be happy. The way their pictures are on Facebook, give them public service. Let them distill gutters. Let them sweep the roadside so that the money out of it can help feed them in prison. We are tired of using our money to feed prisoners. Let them work. Let the punishment be so evidential because you don't want to do tickets. People park their car wrongly and they're supposed to be charged a fee for parking wrongly. Because of the system we are using, they meet with those who lock it. And instead of them to pay 300, they give somebody 50 Ghana and the money goes down the drain. I beg you. I saw recently that the police, I am standing with the police. So everything that they do, I see you. And it's your life. Thank you so much for the things you bring to us about the police. Very soon we are going to meet police wives to speak to them. Because if your husband is the guy that has been beaten, how would you feel? If not the helmet, I know the policeman, even with the helmet, I still believe you'll be injured. Can we please think about this issue? May God help us. Make our nation great and strong. May governance not be left to politicians. Spiritual men and women, rise up. Let's instill discipline in society. Parents, discipline, because right now, teachers, their hands have been tied up. The number of hours your children spend in school and the number of hours they spend with you, let them have the effect. I am raising men and women in my house, husbands and wives in my house, that respect what I was giving, the level of discipline my parents gave me. I am using 85% in my house. 5% of what is available. 5% of what is available in society you call modernization is what is in my house, personally. The 10% is from the word of God. So you see, the chunk of the behavior of my children And the people around me, the discipline is what I have. Because the Bible says, what I have is what I give you. Look at your daughter. The way you paid your fees and had the first degree is the same way she paid. Look at your son. Look at his hairstyle. As if he's going crazy. Has a rasta hair. He has pierced his ear. His dressing shows as if he's in the US. As if he's in some foreign country. He said, me buy there. Or Americano. As for my son, he has a foreign mind. Check your children. And as for you, the girls in this country called Ghana, that you can't dress decently. When you say people are dressed well, you see Ghanaians dress and you can say, where a Ghanaian? Do you know people don't go naked in where we say they are modernization? Look at the way you dress. You know them. I don't want to give them mileage on my page. People go naked and their photos are liked. People go nude and their photos are liked. They receive award. They present them award for indecent dressing. God, who created the heavens and the earth, arise, kill, scatter, eliminate every wrong person with the wrong motive of raising other people to follow them to the pit, stop them by death, so we can be free. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Councillor George Luttrot. I'm not angry, as I told you. I'm passionate about what is going on. This is my own. I wish to say that. May God help us, as we all, in our own capacity, raise our children well to respect authority. I hear people saying that the police people too should behave well. The behavior of the police is not subjected to your plans, it's subjected to the rules that governs them. I am proud to be a Ghanaian. I salute you, IGP, Doctor. May God grant you wisdom with you and your boys and your men. Ghana Police, stand tall. I know people will tell you, go and beat the people. No, don't do that. Our training they gave to us as police officers is not to go and take a mop and discipline the people. But I promise you, all those onlookers who didn't stop the people from beating the police officer, I know God will find somebody to beat them. And the only person they will look for is a police officer. Respect the laws in the country. I pray for the nation Ghana, the God in his capacity will keep us from evil. I request from every parent that please, whether your husband lived with you or not, let your son be a better example than the father. Let your daughter be a better example than the father. Let your son be a better example than the mother. Let your daughter be a better example than the mother. Charity begins at home. When you are no more with somebody's father or somebody's mother, it doesn't mean the children should be nasty, be evil. Ghana Education Service, revise our books so that patriotism will be inculcated into our lives. We didn't need this, that every government place, we have to insist to put a photograph of the president there. No, it is because we have failed with patriotism. I'm not against it, but I believe that with or without the photograph of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, people must still have the sense of belonging that Ghana is for us. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make us strong to stand tall. Government, let's begin to change the rules governing commercial drivers so that Reverend Aoud, Road Safety Ambassador, speaking here, Councillor Luttrot, my board chair, I please want to remind you, if we can go to government so that by all some laws, we make sure that every commercial driver who will drive a commercial vehicle has a family that they are taking care of. Let them be responsible, matured in mind, have the sense of patriotism. Let's change the rules governing commercial driver's license. Road users, you too, respect the laws on the road, because there are a lot of insane people who learned how to drive like they are drivers. As for driver's mate, I have an idea to establish the school for driver's mate, because the way they behave as mates, so they grow and become drivers, and their impatience is so high. Watch the road. The driver is driving and want to enter your lane. He doesn't use the driver's mirror. He uses the mate as his mirror. And the mate will not even wait for clearance. Bra. Bra. And when the driver enters your lane, they expect you to stop, because they are commercial drivers. Taxi driver will cross you and will tell you, indiscipline. God help us. I greet all of you. Yours truly, Councillor Lutrot, transmitting live from the United States of America, where the country, I see a lot of indiscipline because of the way they collect money from them. People, Ghanaians here are too disciplined. Ghana need to park in the car, onya parking space. Maybe I carry a fire hydrant. Obi entrance. You see no parking. Oh my God. Obechi as gas to the guest space to park. You park your car, they say they are sweeping at 11. Move your car by 8 o'clock. Sweeping starts from 8 to 11. Then your car is there. Don't worry. They'll give you a ticket that is close to 1,000 Ghana cedis. And your salary alone. And the more the ticket keep long, the more your car keep long, the more they add the ticket. I am happy for you. I mean, I love America because of this disciplined nature. People even urinate in bottles and bring it home. Because if they dare find you urinating, Agbena, if you are drunk, oh, as for you, your case, you will not be a friend to alcohol again. These are some of the things I think we should bring into our country. It will work because we had it already, but because of bad parenting. If you're watching me and your child is young in the United States of America and you are not here with the father and the mother, take them to Ghana for better training. After teenage, they should come to this country. But let them learn the fundamental rules and regulations, and we'll all be happy. Thank you. I greet you, Vice President Dr. Bawumia. I greet you, Your Excellency. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You are the president of the nation. And until you are no more, we will not address you as such. But now, you are not ex. You are current president. I salute you and your wife. And Dr. Bawumia's wife. All ministers, I salute you. As for you, the wrong ones, I now pray that Nana Addo Dankwa will have the discernment and sack you. Don't replace them. Sack them. So we'll see the nation moving forward. I'm blessed to be here. I stand with Ghana Police. So help me God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye for now. But in case you want to go more than you have gone, maybe you want to have a talk with me. And what I said, you didn't like it. Remember, I'm responsible for my comment. 0277 60 9644. As I speak, I'm out of town. I'm in America, in the US. So normal call will not come. If you try WhatsApp, if I like, I'll pick. Or call my normal US line. I am not scared to let you know where I am. Because truth is truth. The final word is that wrong is wrong. Even if everybody is doing it. Right is right, even if nobody is doing it. God bless our homeland Ghana, make it strong, fortified, preventive from oppressors' rules, and give us the conscience of the sense of belonging as Ghanaians. Thank you for watching. Councillor Littrot. Bye for now.